So a pre-approval, it's a letter from a lender. It could be a bank, it could be a funding company, it could be a mortgage broker. And it's a letter stating that the buyer had been qualified to buy a home or a property based on certain criteria: income, credit, and debt. In this case, this person was approved for a loan amount up to $656,200. Now, remember, loan amount is not the same as sales price, and I'm going to show you why. Sales price $680,000. Loan amount $656,200. If you are getting a loan that says that it's 100% financing, then the loan amount will be the same as the sales price because you're getting 100% of the sales price. But if your loan says that you need to put down 3% or 5%, then your loan amount will be less than the sales price. That's a very important thing to remember, especially when you're calculating your client's payment and closing cost. Because you don't want to make a mistake telling your client, let's say you put in your buyer's estimated closing cost that they're putting 20% down. So obviously their payment is going to be much lower. But in reality, they're only putting 5% down, and their mortgage is going to be much higher. Be careful when you do that. Make sure you always know how much down payment the client needs so you can put it properly on your estimated closing cost. And that comes on the pre-approval letter, okay? So besides reviewing their income, debt, and credit, they also sometimes check their employment or other things. Now, a pre-approval letter is not a mortgage commitment. A mortgage commitment is an actual document that says that the bank is committed to lend the money to your client with certain exceptions. The pre-approval says that they just ran credit, they verified income, and they looked at their debt, but they didn't really verify employment, they didn't do an appraisal on the property, they haven't looked at the title. So here it says, a formal mortgage commitment may be issued after receipt and review of the following: a fully executed agreement of sale for an acceptable property. Some lenders don't lend on mixed-use properties. Some lenders don't lend on flood area homes. A satisfactory appraisal of the subject property. It doesn't matter how much you're willing to pay for a home. If the home doesn't have the value that the bank needs, the bank is not going to lend your client money on that property, or is going to lend them less. Acceptable verification of credit and assets in accordance with the underwriting guidelines, and acceptable supplemental documentation as may be requested by underwriting. That's it. And then this is a pre-approval and what you need to know about it. Now, also know that your pre-approval depends who the lender is. When you're competing with other agents on a multiple offer situation, if a lender has a bad reputation of not closing on time or letting deals die in the middle of the transaction, and I'm a listing agent who has done a lot of deals and I know certain lenders don't really fulfill their commitment, you're going to have a hard time closing that deal for your client. So it's always good to work with qualified and reputable lenders. Just keep that in mind.